everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, this is our Q&A where we actually teach you about some of the subjects that we as agents need to know. And here today we have Elizabeth Seal with First American Warranty, Home Warranty. And so she'll be talking to us about the importance of having home warranty. Who can benefit from it? So Elizabeth, before we start off, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, and I just want to say first and foremost that I've known Elda a long time, and I really am amazed by her professionalism. And thank you so much for allowing me to join you today and to be able to speak to all the white picket agents. So thank you.
Most definitely. We want to know, so how long have you been doing home warranty?
Yes. So I've been in the business now for 20 years, but I've been here at First American Home Warranty for 15 years. So.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So home warranty, first of all, a lot of people get it confused with home insurance. So it's not the same thing. It's only limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us first of all what a home warranty is.
Sure. So basically a home warranty is a contractual agreement between the homeowner and our company, First American Home Warranty. Then you had mentioned about the difference between a home warranty and homeowner's insurance is that a home warranty will cover the electrical and mechanical equipment inside the main foundation of the home, plus breaker box, garage door opener outside, and if they add on a pool, that will be covered as well. Homeowner's insurance, as everybody knows, does not cover the electrical and mechanical equipment should they fail. However, homeowner's insurance covers perils such as fire, flood, hurricane damage, lightning strikes, those types of things. So it's very, very important that your clients know the difference between home warranty and homeowner's insurance.
Okay, sounds good. So usually for us buyer agents, we request it and we usually ask the seller to pay for it. It's very inexpensive and it's usually for a year, is that correct?
Correct, for the buyer's warranty, yes.
And so this helps the buyers in case the AC goes off, in case, those problems happen throughout the first year, especially for a full remodeled home, is that correct?
Correct, yes. So if I may start with the seller's side of the warranty first.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay. Because a lot of people don't know that sellers can actually buy home warranty.
Right.
Usually it's sold to most of the buyers and because they're buying a new home and so it covers their product. But tell us how a seller can work with this.
Sure. So the reason why I want to start with the seller's warranty is because the sellers start the warranty process. So that means once a home is listed in MLS, then I am able to order our home warranty for the seller. And that is for 6 months or until closing, whichever should occur first, okay? So the sellers start the home warranty process, and my company offers sellers free 6-month basic seller's home warranty, provided I do get the buyer's warranty on the other end at closing. Okay, so we're happy to give or offer that 6 months of free basic seller's warranty, provided that the buyers convert and stay with our warranty at closing. So sellers can have 6 months, but sometimes they may only need the warranty for 1, 2, or 3 months. Then you have a buyer that comes along, now you're under contract. So in that regard, our warranty transfers smoothly from the seller, to the buyers. And then the buyers at closing have 1 full year with our home warranty. So that is the ideal situation, especially if there is a claim that comes in within 1 week from close date. So, let's just say as an example, it's middle of July and all of you got to closing and Now the buyer has an AC issue. So the AC is blowing hot air, and we would be happy to take care of that claim because the seller had our coverage all along, which means when it transferred to the buyers at closing, there are no gaps in service at all. So, which means that buyer can call that claim and we will not deny that claim.
So let me ask you something. If the seller, for some reason, we don't have a buyer yet, but something goes wrong, the AC goes down or one of the appliances go down, what happens then? Should the seller pay at that moment or how does it work?
So great question, yes, because I forgot to mention earlier, once I set up a seller's warranty, there is no payment up front. Okay. So the sellers still get to call in claims with us, even though they have paid us no money up front. Okay. And so if I ordered a seller's warranty today, it goes into effect today. All right. So that if the seller, let's say the AC would fail 2 weeks later, then we would cover that per our contract verbiage for the seller. And two, if any other claims come in while the home is listed with our home warranty on there, we will cover those claims provided it is a covered item in our home warranty contract. And this works out very well because the buyers are going to love that the sellers called in the claim to us, took care of that claim or various claims. And then so now the buyer can walk away with peace of mind. So just like all parties at closing, all of you walk away with peace of mind when there is a seller's and buyer's warranty in place.
Wow. So I've actually used your services and you've been very kind to help some of my buyers. But this is actually true. They have come in and helped repair any, especially ACs. Remember that one client that I had that had a baby?
Yes.
They were in, and that evening you helped them and you got that squared away and it was all taken care of within a day, right? So that's the good thing about home warranty. One of the things that you want to know about home warranty is that you have to use a company that's been in business for a while. You want to make sure that they have a reputable company because this means that they are going to work with you, that they are going to take care of the work that needs to be handled, right?
Right. Can I just jump in and say something else that's very important that I like to share with all agents, and that is when I get a call from a new buyer, for example, and they want me to set up the home warranty, and they tell me that the sellers had a home warranty with us. Great. Okay, so then I will ask the buyer, well, okay, have you had a home inspection report done? And usually they say yes. And so I'll ask them, well, how did that home inspection report look? Okay. And, there's times where the report is clean, but then there are times, as we know, that there are deficiencies on the inspection report. Okay, so let me make it real clear. Home warranty companies do not cover any deficiencies noted on the inspection report, any missing parts, and also any cleaning and maintenance. Okay, so those are called known pre-existing conditions, broken items, if you will. They're already there and they don't have my warranty yet. So at that point in time, I can go ahead and order a warranty for that buyer. But if the dishwasher, for example, is broken, then we would just tag it in our system that we can't cover that dishwasher because it's already broken and they haven't gone to closing yet. But if everything else is in good, safe, working order in the home, and that's not on the inspection report, then any of those items that would fail after close date, say 3 weeks to a month later, we would cover that per our contract verbiage.
Okay, so what if they had those repairs done? what if, there was a problem with the AC and the seller came in and repaired it, and now there's proof that it's been repaired. There is not only a receipt, but also the inspector came back and made sure that it was working correctly.
Yes.
Would it be covered then?
Yes, that's a great question. That is ideal to have anything that has been repaired or replaced for that owner to hold on to that receipt as proof, so that if once that warranty then gets transferred to the buyers after closing and the buyers call in that same issue for that same claim, then we will cover that per our warranty contract. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because it did fail, but they do have proof that a licensed contractor came out to the home, performed the repair or replacement, and that it was a good, safe working order when they left. So that's a really good thing to have. So in that regard, yes, it would be covered by our home warranty.
Okay, great. I know there's different prices for this, but I think each price depends on the plan. Tell us a little bit about the different plans that you have.
Yeah. So I'm just going to hold up my brochure here. This is a quick snapshot of our 16-page brochure that I have, but this is 4 pages. So it does show in here our different prices and plans. And I do have a good supply here at your office. So if anytime you want to pick up one of these brochures, you can do that. Also, I love our new QR code. So you can hover over that code and then of course it'll pop up on your phone so you can have it. But basically for the buyer's basic plan, it does start at $475. And then we do have upgraded plans from there. So we have what's called a first class upgrade, which will cover more. And then also what's called codes, mods, and more upgrade plan. So let me give an example if I may. So for example, let's just say, Elder, your buyer then had my warranty and they chose the basic plan, first class upgrade, codes, mods, and more. That's really good coverage. Okay, so then let's say it's a month after closing and the AC condenser outside failed. The basic plan will always cover the equipment and labor hands down. So we're going to cover that condenser and the labor under our basic plan. Then we will pull from the first class upgrade plan and we'll cover the city permit up to $250, which most people don't know. They need that. We will also cover code violations up to $250, haul away fee to dispose of that old condenser, pick up the new condenser, bring it to the house. Also, any and all refrigerant. And then there's a lot of other minor items as well under the first class upgrade, okay? But to continue with the condenser example, so then we will pull from the codes, mods, and more other upgrade plan, because to get that new condenser installed, there are always going to be modification costs. You can't ever get away from those or around those. So in that regard, then our codes, mods, and more plan will cover the modification costs to get the condenser unit installed. So at the end of the day, your buyer would pay an $85 service fee, and that's it. And we covered the rest. So this is why I highly, highly recommend always to not stop at the basic plan. Always keep those upgraded plans in mind. So for $475 basic plan, first class upgrade is another $100, and the codes, mods, and more would be another $100 on top of that. So we're talking $675. So
which is not bad.
It's not bad really, considering the amount of coverage that they are getting. And also in our basic plan, we include oven, range, cooktop, microwave, dishwasher, garbage disposal, the plumbing stoppages, the AC furnace, water heater.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
keys,
everything.
the keys. Tell us about the keys before I forget.
Yeah, the
because that's
rekey, I
very-
will. But I did want to point out that my competitors, they don't cover, for example, the oven, range, cooktop, microwave, dishwasher. That would be an extra charge. So that's already all in our basic plan, okay? So rekey service. Rekey service is for an $85 service fee. The buyer calls that in after closing, not before. So I get that question a lot. And then we will send a contractor to the home. And for $85, they get 6 new locks rekeyed. And then they can have up to 24 keys if they want. Now, if the owner wants to have a nice fancy digital handle set, they can do that with our contractor. They can negotiate that out. It becomes a retail price at that point. That's not covered under our home warranty, but they can pay that contractor on site to install a handle set or a digital handle set. And I tell the owners they can buy that equipment, have it at the home, have it ready if that's what they want. So when the contractor's already there, they can install it. And that works out
That is
really
awesome
well.
because a lot of the times the people that are selling the properties have been leasing the property, and you don't want everybody in the world to have the same key as you. So that is definitely a service that I highly recommend.
Right. And for new construction, people don't think about a rekey for new construction, but that's still important because contractors have the key, and who knows who they gave the key to. So even for new construction, it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, most definitely.
We also have our Eagle Premier plan, which is our basic plan, first class upgrade plan, and washer, dryer, kitchen, refrigerator together for $650. Our highest plan that we have, which is called our Cadillac plan, would be our Max plan. And that is for $800. And that pretty much covers everything, so that if there's a claim that has to be called in by the owner, they're just going to pay the $85 and we're going to cover the rest. So that's a really sweet deal. If they can swing that $800, that's really the way to go. So I've been selling a lot of that, the Max plan and the Eagle Premier. So the only reason, or the only time I would recommend our basic plan only, is if everything is new in the house. Like it's been gutted and, the AC furnace, water heater, your major big ticket items, if those have been replaced and dishwasher and other equipment, then it's safe to stay with the basic plan.
Okay.
But for anything really over 5 years old, I would highly recommend adding on the upgraded plans.
Okay. One thing I did forget to ask you is the plumbing. With the freezes that we've had now, the plumbing, is that an additional coverage?
Yeah, great question.
Mm-hmm.
So the plumbing is already in our basic plan. Okay, so we cover, leaks and breaks and lines, even behind sheetrock walls. We do have a Plumbing Plus plan that would cover plumbing outside of the main foundation of the home, and that would be in our Max plan for $800. So
outside of the home? What do you mean?
Outside. So let's say, for example, out on the lawn, there's some water bubbling up from underneath the grass. Okay, so that would be a plumbing leak outside. Okay, we can cover that if they added on that Plumbing Plus option.
Oh, I see.
And either the buyers can add on things, a la carte, piece by piece, but really, if they really want a lot of coverage and they are concerned about the plumbing outside, right? It's really best to go with the Max plan for $800.
So this plumbing outside, would that include pool? Okay.
Well, pool, we don't consider plumbing, but we do have great pool spa equipment for $225 to add that on, and we will cover chlorine or saltwater pools, so both. So That's a really good price because some of my competitors charge $350 to add on for salt water, because we're going to cover the circuit cell and the control board for that, and those two alone are very expensive for a pool.
Wow.
So that's that would be included.
But that
in
is an
220.
additional.
That's additional. It's an additional
Okay.
option. Yeah, we have many additional options. So if you start with our basic plan for $475, and then you want to add some options on one at a time, then I call that just like a la carte pricing. So you add on what the owner would need, what they would have in that house. So most people like to load up the first year, though, from the close date going forward, because think about this, you really don't know what is underlying in that home, because people don't ask the sellers, when was the last time you cleaned your AC or furnace? When was the last time you drained your water heater? Okay? So no one really knows, other than what is on the inspection report and what is on the seller's disclosure form, right? So, it's kind of like Murphy's Law sometimes, right? You just don't know what could happen after closing. And I get the calls. I get the calls from the buyers. And so it's just, and the buyers that have my upgraded plans, they're so glad that they had that added on. So either the buyers or the sellers, either they pay less upfront and pay more on the back end when there is a claim, or vice versa. Personally, if it were me, I'd rather have more coverage upfront and then not have to worry about coming out of pocket with a lot of money on the back end when there is a claim.
Exactly. And just to clarify, these services are for a year. Can the buyer, once they've moved into the home, can they continue with the services? Is that something that they can buy additionally?
Yes, another great question. So yes, we allow everybody to renew with us. So 2 months prior to expiration date, that owner will get a letter in the mail from us, and actually more than one letter, because they may be on vacation or they may have had an emergency and had to go to the hospital. So we do provide enough notice for the buyers to be able to renew with us.
Okay. And they can renew for 1 year later, or can they do like an extension of maybe 5 years, or just as an example?
So they renew, great question. So they renew 1 year after their year is up, and then they renew year after year after year. But up front in the beginning, the buyers can get either 1, 2 year, or 3 year plan with us.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For the closing. So new construction is 4 years, because I had just mentioned 1, 2, and 3 years. I love our new construction home warranty. It's paid for at closing, but I will give 2 choices. I'll allow the new buyer to either start the new construction home warranty at the date of close for years 1 through 4, so 4 total years, or years 2 through 5. Okay, so either way, let's say if they choose years 2 through 5, then we still collect payment at closing, and we will tag it in our system that, hey, this warranty for new construction will go into effect in the 2nd year from the close date. I am offering a special for 2024 all this year. We're taking $100 off of all new construction home warranty. So instead of $715, it's going to be $615 for 4 total years locked in. Even if we did have a price increase, that price will not increase. So locked in.
Well, let me ask you something. Usually new construction companies have their own home warranty,
Right.
From either their own company and/or can they switch it off? Is that something that they can do? Can they request?
Yeah, so great question. So the reason why we offer a new construction home warranty is because sometimes the builders don't have a good reputation, right? We all know that in that first year, just about everything is covered front to back with the builder's warranty. Well, what about years 2, 3, 4, and 5 when the electrical, mechanical equipment should fail and break down? That's where we come into play. See? So then they call in the claim to us, and then we get that fixed if the builder doesn't get out there for those items.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because that's happened quite often.
So if the seller for some reason doesn't want to pay for the buyer, can the buyer request this new construction warranty?
Sure.
Can they buy it themselves? Can they pay for it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, or two, sellers and buyers can negotiate the home warranty price. Like sometimes the sellers will pay $300 or $400, but the warranty might be $600 total. So if the seller pays $400, then the buyers can pay the other $200, the overage. And that's what the invoice is going to reflect. So when I order a home warranty for you and your clients, then I will send that invoice to the title escrow officer and the escrow assistant so they know what to note on the closing disclosure form. So it'll show seller to pay $400, buyers to pay $200, and then that would total the $600.
And just a quick note to the agents, this is also something that you can gift your client if that's a good gift. Like if your buyer is buying an $800,000 house, this is a good gift to give to your client if for some reason the seller doesn't want to cooperate. So just FYI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. I have a lot of agents that call me and they'll ask, can I gift this home warranty to my buyer? Sure. And they ask me, what is the process? So I tell them, give a call to the escrow officer. Most agents will take that out of their commission check. Some can write a check, but that's between you and the title company. So I order the home warranty, I answer all home warranty questions, and then once I complete that invoice, then you're good to go to close from my end. Okay. Unless, of course, there are other questions, or if your client needs me after close date for service claim, I'm always here to help you and your clients the best way I can.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So now tell us about this Consumer Direct.
Yeah, okay. So our Consumer Direct home warranty is really open to anyone. So Elda, let's just say you have family and friends and relatives that are not going to closing. They're not purchasing a new home or a resale home, but they just want to jump in at any time and get my warranty. That is our Consumer Direct product. It is a little bit more expensive, maybe $25 more on the basic plan, a little bit more on the upgraded plan by $8, but it's still very affordable, and we do allow monthly payments or paid in full, and we also allow that for all sellers and buyers going to closing as well for our real estate products. And if they order through me, which would be the best way to do that, I can save them about $150 versus if they bypass me and order on our website, they're going to pay $150 more. So make sure they come to me because this is our sphere of influence, right? Our sphere of people that we know. Yeah. So in that regard, I am able to give them a special rate.
Yeah, just like we don't want people going and searching for their own homes, right? Because we want them to use us.
Right.
But great point. So if a landlord wants to come and buy this plan, they can also do it regardless. Mm-hmm. Is there an inspection that is required?
Right. So great question. We do not ask for an inspection report, but what I will ask the owner is everything in good, safe working order at this time in the home? In other words, the home's equipment. I have to know that up front because if something is broken, again, I can go ahead and order my warranty, but we just couldn't take care of that item that is broken at that time because, again, you're just calling me to order my warranty, right? It's not like it's been in place for a while. So a lot of people, it's hard for them to understand that, but that's why I like to make that real clear. So
Okay.
But a landlord, if they're closing on a new home, they can get these rates, these lower rates.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's our real estate product. And then if they want to turn around and lease that out, that's okay. That's done through our real estate product. But the consumer direct is solely for somebody that is not going to escrow. Okay, and they just want to jump in at any time. No, we don't ask for an inspection report for them.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we've covered a lot. Thank you so much for coming, Elizabeth. I really, really appreciate this.
Oh, sure. You're welcome. It's so good to see you again.
How can we get in contact with you? You have a phone number?
Yeah, so please call me anytime. My cell number is 281-686-0679, and my email is short and sweet. It's and my last name Seal, SEAL, at FAHW.com. And that is short for First American Home Warranty. So please call me anytime. You can text me, email me, even on the weekends. If you're writing a contract, you need to plug in a number, and I'll be there for you. Just, I'm always on my phone, even on the weekends. So just feel free to contact me at any time, and I hope that we can all do business together. I look forward to
And if not, you can just come to the office and pick up a brochure. We have a couple of brochures that Elizabeth has left here, and including some pamphlets with the different products.
Yes, and I did want to mention quick, I do have this in Spanish as well. And if I may mention real quick, so 5 things we do really, really well is, again, the 6 months free seller's basic home warranty. We also offer up to 60 days past the close date for any new buyer to invest in our warranty. So that's 2 whole months after the close date. So if you missed ordering my warranty with me prior to close date, not a problem. You have, again, up to 2 months from the date of close, or the new buyer has that much time to be able to purchase my home warranty, and or for people to add on more options as well. And then the third thing is we're covering all refrigerant. Some home warranty companies charge you by the pound, and that's very, very expensive, as we know. And then again, don't forget about our special for new construction home warranty for all of 2024, taking $100 off, $615 for 4 total years.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. If y'all have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to Elizabeth, and get your questions answered. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.